All right, y'all. Welcome back to the show. We back at it. It's been a minute since y'all seen us in the studio, but we had to come back. We got a special guest right here. You want to introduce yourself to the people real quick that may not be known?
It's your girl, Miss A1, coming all the way from the city of Vallejo, California. You feel me? I got a little surprise though for y'all. We gonna introduce me different. My name is Miss A1, but we changing it strictly to Yola this year. You feel me? I just had an epiphany, so be looking out for that.
Yeah, why is that? So before we get into it, let's break down your name, where it comes from. Because I remember when I first discovered you, it was like MZA1. Mm-hmm. And then I met you in person, and I was like, oh yeah, MZA1. You're like, nah, don't call me that. Call me Yola. Mm-hmm. So yeah, where does MZA1 come from? And then why do you choose to change it?
Miss A1, it comes from just me kind of like messing around on Twitter. My real name is Angel. And I don't know, I always thought I was the A1 bitch. I've always knew I was the shit. I'm a real ass person. Like, I'm hella loyal, so it go all up into that. It's kind of like a self-naming thing.
So it's not MZA1, it's Miss A1.
Miss A1.
I didn't know that. Yeah, okay. Why the Z? Why'd you pick the Z though instead of the S?
Just something different. I just felt like I didn't like the way it looked. It just looked stupid. But then as time went on, I started realizing like people couldn't really like pronounce it. They wasn't saying it right. Yeah. So one day I'm rapping and I'm like just fucking around Miss A1, and then Yola just came out and I'm like, oh yeah, that's dope. So we gonna just make it easier and we finna just drop Miss A1. She's still around, no RIP or nothing, but we moving on, we growing in this game. It's been a while. So
okay, but the Yola part, how does the Yola part come into play? Why do you choose Yola? Because we all know the slang A1 Yola. But yeah. But why for your name?
For that, just because I wanted to stick with the same program. Like, something, that Yola, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I give a lot of good energy out, and I kind of want to, keep sticking to the same program. Just, I don't want to change it too much, Okay. We on that same hype, because I'm the dopest bitch out of Vallejo, out of my city, you know what I'm saying?
Speak on it.
That's kind of where I'm coming from with that, too.
All right, so Vallejo, was you born in the Vallejo Kaiser? Mm-hmm. Me too. We were born in I was born in that same hospital. I swear that hospital birthed some legends.
Man, for real, Dr. Maddox, if you still alive, man, I love you, man.
Hell yeah. How did growing up in Vallejo for you influence you into getting into music? Why music for you?
I always knew that I wanted to do something, but I always had this strange love and obsession for music. Like, anybody could ask me about any song. They could ask me about a sample, whatever. I'm listening to everything. A lot of old school, like oldies, Teddy Pendergrass, all that type stuff, but rap heavy. My mom was a rap fan, but it just did something to me. I just always wanted to know what are they wearing? Oh, when are they gonna drop? I was a fan for real. I started off a real hardcore music fan first, and I don't know, I've always been good with words too. Like, I used to write poetry growing up. Mm-hmm. And I actually had to leave Vallejo when I was 14, and that's when I really started to know, like, this is something that I really want to do, because I used to kind of be a little depressed, lock myself in the room and just write poetry all day and night. And I don't know, I just knew that I had a calling for it, but I really did not know until like 2018, like, okay, like, I'm gonna start shaping this shit right. Like, I was with Gutta Betta, actually his name was Young World back in that day. I was with him and I just started rapping it to him. He like, what's up with the car raps? Like, go put that shit down. Oh. And so he was the first one that kind of like motivated me to try to, get it together. And I see. It came from there. Ooh.
Okay, that's interesting, yeah. Growing up, who was you listening to, or like what was your parents slapping growing up that got you to pay attention to rap?
My mom listened to a lot of Scarface, but E40 was a big part of my life. I'm not gonna lie. The Clique, the whole movement. My stepdad was in that, and my mom, she was around all the Clique parties, all the wives, baby mamas, whatever you want to call it. My mom was around there cooking, putting meals together, doing whatever favors. The hustle and the grind of just being in the music. Okay. And so that's what kind of like sparked my interest a little bit, I feel like, because I know all his music, like all the albums, the history of it, just from, and of course Mac Dre. I got to high school and I was You
That's
feel
that
me?
shit.
I was a big Mac Dre fan too, so I could say that they influenced. I mean, it's just the game. I love to give it, receive it. You know, I love to be a part of that kind of like motion.
Right. Okay, so you said it wasn't until you were 14 when you moved out of Vallejo was when you started actually rapping.
Mm-hmm.
So what? So before, when you were in Vallejo, were you at least like freestyling or just like rapping for fun? Or?
Yeah, a little bit, but I didn't know how to put it together. Like, it was terrible. Like, I was saying something, but it wasn't right. It was like, let me go somewhere by myself and work on this, because, whew, coming from Vallejo, California, they will roast your ass how you quitting, for real. So I didn't want to.
What do you mean by that, though? What do you mean by that?
Like, you know, you gotta work on your craft. You can't just jump out there. Oh yeah, I can do. You know, anybody could do that. You gotta really show that you've been working on it. Like, for real. Like, I learned that along the way too. Even more, it's real important. But yeah, I used to rapping in front of my friends, not yet.
Yeah, okay.
Because they used to rap. They did. They were rapping. I had friends around me doing rap music, like Wet Team. Shout out to y'all. You feel me? It's a group of people in Vallejo, North Vallejo Rancho originators, and you feel me, they was always rapping. Everybody, Strike Bowl, everybody rapping. I wanted to do it so bad, didn't know where to start. So it kind of come from that too, growing up around. Everybody just got their own wave, their own swag where I'm from. Like, and nobody is like, we all from Vallejo, but everybody bring their own flavor, you know? And I feel like I just wanted to be a part of that shit too.
Okay, that makes sense.